up guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode on the Drift Games YouTube channel. It of course is the vlog, and it is Saturday, and this episode is sort of giving you guys a little update about what's going on at Drift Games. So obviously we've had a pretty interesting year. All of you guys have as well. We hope you're all keeping safe and healthy. It's been a really interesting one. We were planning on doing a lot of stuff this year on the channel, but of course we're kind of doing what we can because we're limited here and there for what we can do. So what I said I would do is sort of explain to you guys what's going on in the next couple of months with Drift Games, what's happening with all the cars, what's happening with all the events. We've got some really big announcements to make of some cool stuff we're doing. So I'm gonna give you guys kind of a run through of everything, just a catch up, take a breather, relax. This isn't a super serious episode, but just to get you guys up to speed about what's going on moving forward. So first things first, we are going to Drift Masters in Riga. It's going to be the only Drift Masters event this year, which we're super bummed about. There's not much we could have done. We tried our best to keep the whole season going, but obviously a lot of different things have happened, especially border crossings in Europe and things like that, making it really difficult for the drivers. So we're just doing one event, but we are going to Riga, and we are going to keep the vlog rolling when we're there behind the scenes, which we've never done in Drift Masters before. And we're also going to show you some of the coolest builds that are there as well. So that's all coming up very soon. So if you need a reminder of what Drift Masters is all about, here you go.
What they wanted, ain't it? These lines keep on rolling. Keep the walls on the sheet. The party's calling. You don't believe in God, then boy, believe in me.
Okay, so Drift Masters, only one event. What else is happening? Well, the big things that are happening is we were going to the British Drift Championship, but because quarantine regulations are not allowing us to go to round one, we wish everybody the best there. But what we are going to do is go to Rallycross. Yes, I am going to compete in the Irish Rallycross Championship in a Ford Fiesta. What's going to happen? Probably me crashing quite a bit. No idea how it works or what's going to happen, but that is coming up on a future episode. And if you need a little taster of what Rallycross in Ireland is all about, here you go. So another thing that a lot of people have been asking about in the comments is what happened to our Fanatec arcade drift simulator? Did it work? Did we make a horrible mistake? Did it fit in my house? Well, we are going to reveal all very, very soon, and it is a very exciting reveal. We're not going to give too much away, but let's just say, as usual on Drift Games, things did not go as smoothly as we would have liked. But we will be updating you on that very much. If you need a reminder of that build, check this out.
Man, we're nearly finished. We're going to bolt this wheel in now. What's taking you so long?
So see the way yours is all like flimsy, like flimsy.
Lad, it's not a competition.
It is a competition. Well, they're not winning.
We're winning.
Will you stop just giving out and tell you what to do?
I was making a bracket. Will you stop?
One's nice there. So could you put it to zero and feel like a bad joke with no break?
It is, yeah. This just. And obviously, because I'm standing in front of it, we are going to be going to the round one of the Irish Drift Series. Josh and I, Team Drift Games, will be competing in Ireland's Premier Drift Championship. It's Josh's first event. It's my first event in Ireland competitively at a high level since a very long time, maybe 6 years. So we're both nervous and excited, but we'll be taking you through the entire journey behind the scenes, from prepping the cars to going to the event to Josh screaming and pooing his pants. All of that will be in the vlogs. And if you want a reminder of the two cars we're bringing to that championship, here they are. Of course, over the next couple of months, we will be doing lots of fun stuff. We'll be trying to get into as many motorsports as possible. We'll be collaborating with lots of other cool drivers. We'll be looking at cool builds. We'll be inviting people down to the Drift Games garage to show off their cars and all of that good stuff. We may not be able to do everything we want to do, but we will be making lots of fun content to keep ourselves sane and hopefully keep you guys along for the ride. So I think it's best now to introduce a car that we haven't looked at on the channel for quite some time, because everybody's like, oh, you got a 7-car garage, an 8-car garage. Well, there's one car that has been left to the side because quite a bit of work has been done in the meantime, and it is Mike's 350Z, which we are, a lot of people saying to us, we want to see some budget builds. We want to see guys who are, like Mike, who just want to build a skid car for practice days. What's the best route to go? Well, his 350 is here in the garage, and it looks a lot different than you've seen it the last time. Alright Mikey, the 350 is looking a lot better than it did the last time.
It's looking pretty and it's looking dry because it's the first time it's been inside.
It's the first time it's been inside. It's been sort of pushed to the side for a little while, but we are going to get on top of this. The reason we're building all of these cars for is when we do our Drift Games drive days and our Drift Games bash days and all those, we essentially want to bring this car, this car, this, and that 4 cars through 4-car trains and just have them all in similar livery, similar style, and just for cool photos and for crashing into each other. And of course, if we kept them all in here, we'd have no work to do. So we're better off going out there and crashing into each other and having something to do. So Mike's car, Mike 350Z, bought pretty cheap too.
Bought pretty cheap. It's a road car, so it's fine. We've done very little with it, honest. We've made a plan.
You made a plan. So you've stripped out the whole interior, so you guys can see that.
Me and Josh did that. I wouldn't sit in the seat because it's only held in there with hopes and dreams.
Now I'll give you a piece of advice. A long time ago I had a 350Z
Back in the day.
Back in the day as a competition car, and I said, you know what I'd do? I'll pull out all the sound deadening, because that'll be a good job. It's the worst job that I've ever done.
Do you know what? Funny you mention that. I got my little brother down here one day and I got him to do the boot to like trick them. He thought it'd be great, and he said he wouldn't do the rest of the car. So if that's staying in it.
Whatever about older cars in the 90s, whatever they put in, glue is what they put in here to sound deaden. So I'm not sure what we're going to do with that, but as you can see, the car's still taken apart. We've got a new steering wheel, we've got a new hydraulic handbrake.
Yeah, hydraulic handbrake, so we're just, me and Wayne are going to literally finish putting that in there tomorrow. I have to make a bracket for my seat. Just literally get me a box section. We're going to put the 2 lengths there and start it down because there was like 5 350s in Mondello the last track day. So obviously I was going around having a chat with lads, seeing what to do.
And they're all going well too.
Yeah, in fairness.
So we've got, and my favourite update, look at this, this is the safety that the seat is in at the moment. So if you just,
see, perfect.
So we have to get that fixed. But I like the look of the car because it's a very unusual colour. It's like this kind of weird.
It needs a good buff because like I gave this just a little kind of hand bit of compound and it changed.
It's
completely.
sort of, because it's red, it's sort of gone orangey. Yeah. I think if we buff it, it'll come back.
Bring it back more red. Yeah. And it's a metallic red as well. It's a 3-stage burn.
But my most impressive thing, Mike, is because usually I hate the look of all of your cars, is the fact that this one starts to look awesome because you've slammed it to the ground. So this is HSD coilovers, stance coilovers.
Stance coilovers. Yeah,
stance coilovers on this.
Motorsport,
and these are the Cosmos wheels that were on this car last year, are now on this, and you know what, they actually look better on this car I think than the 180, and it's absolutely
the white
slammed.
really makes it look
it just pops. It's really, really nice. And this car comes with a standard Nismo body kit on it. It's got an exhaust, but it's
got all the
all the bits and bobs are on it. But really what you're doing, Mike, is a simple car for skids.
Simple car. Look, the main things you do with a 350, you weld the diff, you put hydro in, and then you put an oil cooler in and a power steering cooler. So that's what I'm going with first, seat and a harness, and then we're going to see what happens. Let the car throw a heap of spanners back at me, and then I'll probably fix it within 3 years because I'm so poor.
That's true. But at the same time, Mike has a lot of experience with 350Zs because we also run the Drift Games experience in Mondello Park, which looks a bit like this. So we've had probably hundreds of people come to that, have fun,
We've
enjoy
done
it.
so many laps in the paddock as
well. So many laps.
I've drove 350 more than we rode.
And essentially it's been like, you know when they build a new model of a car, they give it to someone to test the durability.
Yeah.
I think Nissan should have just sent them directly to us because we have hammered them for years and they seem to hold up very well.
The engines are very strong, like.
And it's a V6 Renault engine, by the way. So
Renault. The best thing Renault ever made is that engine. That's it.
I don't know how it's still going, but it is, and that's the car that we want to kind of, we'll be showing you guys a little bit on the channel of the improvements, and then of course getting it out for some testing and all that kind of stuff very, very soon. So this car will be a little bit of a star. It's going to look prettier and prettier as it goes.
It's going to look prettier and prettier. I'm not a big looks guy, as you know. I'd rather just have something that works, but
there's one thing that he won't take off the car.
No,
there's one thing that I was like, you just can't, but this, he's decided to go with you big Aegis.
Because when I'm doing laps in Mondello, everyone will know it's me. They're like, ah, the big the Beamer had that and it's still.
But they'll know it's you because you've been in the gravel all the time, Mike. So
no.
They'll be like,
we get to
Mike,
the track day. Come to the track day near
So
you.
yeah, obviously we're going to have a bit of banter with these, but it's nice to have 4 cars now on the way to being a proper team. It's something that's not done a whole lot in Ireland. Matching cars, you know, doing some team drifting. That is the plan with this one.
We need to get a number plate for all of them now. You big Aegis for like 2 180s and the MX-5.
No,
that's the team motto.
Absolutely not. No, there's only one big Aegis on
or
the team.
Or bad joke or something like that.
So Mike is going to head off. He's got some other stuff to do, but we're going to talk you through the rest of the cars in the garage. And see you in a bit, Mike.
See you there, guys.
What's up, guys? Sorry to interrupt this video, but I want to give a big shout out to one of our main partners here at Drift Games, Link ECU. Now, we run Link ECU in our cars all the time, and they're an incredible piece of kit. These little boxes, you get the most advanced tuning software. You also get to monitor your car at the track, and we've found it the most helpful thing we've ever put in a car. We get the best out of each of our drift cars and road cars with these. And they're also run by the best drifters in the world, like the guys from the Drift Masters European Championship. If you want to check out the full range of Link ECU products, go onto their website. I'm sure there's something for your car there right now. So you guys will have watched the S14. We haven't actually done anything with it since the last video, but there are some upgrades coming. So the plan with this car is we are going to change the steering wheel. We're going to get rid of this horrendous gauge on the dash, which looks like it's from a fighter plane from the 50s. It's actually even called a Spitfire gauge. They may have been cool at one time. I'm not a fan. So we're going to tidy up the interior to make it very, very sweet. We still have a misfire, so we're going to be giving you guys a video on Wayne diagnosing what's wrong with the car. We actually had the previous owner of the car through these videos talk to me online and say he has some suggestions of what's wrong with it. So we're going to keep, digging into it. Hopefully we can get it sorted. As much as I like the wheels on the car and the kit, the more I look at it, the more low I want to go. So the plan now is to get some camber arms on the car so we can actually camber in the top of the tires and maybe drop it a little bit lower. We might do some aesthetic stuff. I want to put a seat in it. I want to do a steering wheel. I want to do a couple of flash bits. We want to put a couple of stickers on it. So yeah, we're going to just kind of finish the car off. And that's pretty much all we're going to do. This is going to be a street car. I think getting this car through the NCT or our MOT or roadworthy test is going to be actually the most difficult part. So that is what's being done with that car, and it'll be done pretty soon. So this one won't be on the long finger. This car, the Mustang, it has 2 failed fuel pumps at the moment. Other than that, it's actually pretty okay. However, James Dean, when he drove the car, here's a little clip of him doing that. Get you into the car, go for a spin, see what you think, and we'll get a feedback at the end.
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
It's you! Fire! Fire!
He basically informed me that the alignment he thinks on the front of the car is pretty bad. He said it shouldn't be so twitchy for such a big car. So he's given us some suggestions of how to change things on the car. So we're going to do a James Dean alignment, we're going to fix the fuel pumps, and then we're going to put a new livery on it for Mobile 1, and then we're going to do loads of laps. So that is pretty much a simple plan with this one. This one is the car that one of you guys watching at home is going to be driving in the final round of the Irish Drift Series. That sounds mental, but if you've been living under a rock, we've been giving away the ultimate experience. So essentially, you go onto the Irish Drift Series website, you buy a sticker for €20. That €20 is not for profit for the Irish Drift Series, it's just they want to fund a live stream. So obviously there's no spectators this year. They want to be able to afford to show a live stream to everybody who's watching. And we said, hey, let's put up a cool incentive for that. So I said, hey, we got this car sitting here, let's put somebody in the car. So one of you guys at home, if you buy one of those stickers, it's going to be entered in the draw. It's just 1,500. And one person is going to hop in this car, we're going to train them up, we're going to get the car working perfectly, and they're going to actually go into competition in the pro class. So that is pretty mental. So get on that while there's still a few tickets left. However, it hasn't been moving a whole lot in quite some time because it has got no head on the engine. Now, we've probably in a few videos gone through this car quite a bit, but we have a bit of an update finally. Because obviously parts and stuff were difficult to get. We wanted to run HKS cams and it was difficult getting the HKS cams in stock and all sorts of stuff, but right now we have got a brand new head for the engine. It's a fully machined head, and as you can see, it has HKS cams already fitted. We just need to get a rocker cover on it, put it in the car, give it a quick run on the dyno for some timing, and then take the car out testing. So that's coming up very soon. So let's keep walking around. The Caprice. Anyway, so back onto the one. No, we have to give some time to the Caprice. Okay, so what's wrong with the Caprice? At the moment, we have a wiring issue with the battery shorted off the engine, and there was a bit of a fire, but it wasn't a bad fire. It just needs a bit of tidying in the wiring, and we have a leak in the airbag suspension somewhere. I don't know where. So it basically goes up a bit and then it goes down. So we need to figure that out. Then we're going to take the wrap off it and we're going to buff the whole car and we're going to put a load of cool little bits on it, and that car should be on the road pretty quickly. So competition cars, we are going to the Irish Drift Series. We're hoping we can try and make it to a British Drift Championship round at some point this year. This car is pretty much good to go. However, the rear suspension needs changing. This car hit a lot of walls last year, so I think it has like 6 odd arms in the back, and the tire wear on this car has been pretty bad because it's just wearing one side of the tire. So we're going to get some parts. We're going to try and straighten up the back end, get some advice from some of the pro guys of how to get more grip into the car. It doesn't have a whole lot of grip at the moment, and then we're ready to go. Pretty much that and a couple of aesthetic changes and we're good. Josh's car, it needs, I think it's running okay, but it needs all the safety gear. So it needs bonnet pins, it needs a plumbed in fire extinguisher, it needs lots of bits and pieces just to get it up to regulations. It's actually running okay. We have a couple of changes to make, but pretty much safety regulations. So funnily enough, we are a couple of weeks away from the start of the season. Both of these cars could technically compete today, but they just need some fine tuning, so that's not too bad. But we have something else cool to show you, because something we didn't actually get to use this year. So this is our rig for taking the drift cars, which was essentially our plan to take them out of the country, but we'll be using this as our pit area for the year. So we have this Renault Master, which we actually took some time to actually find the right van that we wanted. So it's got 3 seats in the front, it has 3 seats in the back,
And they recline.
so it's beautiful. It has a DVD player, it has a TV, it has lots of speakers. We need to kind of tidy it up a little bit, but we've got good plans. Most importantly, it has got some normal plugs. It's actually got 4 normal plugs in here, so the idea is that Josh at the track can plug in and actually edit videos, edit social clips to give you guys during the events. Just keep producing our own media from here. So we're going to tint the windows with some limo tint, we're going to tidy up some of the wires. The plan is to put an Xbox in to kill some of the long hours on the road and just give it a general clean up and a tidy. And it's a really unique van because it's got a huge crew cab area. It's also got a really big storage area as well. So the idea is that we're going to bring our Drift Games shop with us to all of our events, and that's going to sit here. Then we have our trailer, which is a Brian James Race Sport 4. We've had this for a couple of years. Cannot recommend them highly enough. It's just a fantastic trailer. We just put a new sticker on it, and we're also putting the same stickers on the van, but we just haven't got around to that yet. And in the back of this is the Corolla. Now you know what the Corolla looks like because it looks like this. Corolla's in the back because the next thing, and we promised you guys many episodes ago, is the Corolla is getting a big transformation. So this is all loaded up for tomorrow, so we can go to Group D and start making all of those cosmetic changes, suspension changes. It's going to get a huge transformation over the next couple of episodes, so we're really excited about that. And confirmed, because we are now not going to Drift Masters in Austria because it's been postponed or cancelled, we are going to go to A86 Fest in Mondello Park with the car and put it on track after all the changes are made. So sort of a stop end to all of our modifications, take it on track, have some fun. So we're going to get a diff, bumpers, suspension, lots of cool stuff. So that's coming up in a couple of episodes time. And pretty much, other than that, we've got all of those plans, and we're hoping that we can put it all off. Hopefully 2020 won't be too bad for everybody, and we can still salvage stuff. And we hope you guys are enjoying all of the vlogs that we're putting out. This is sort of an update vlog. We didn't do a whole lot in it, but I promise you guys from now on in, we're going to be doing so much kind of fun stuff, and we've got a lot of big name drivers that are looking to do some collaborations. Some other brands are going to do some collaborations. We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to try and keep you guys entertained, because that's what it's all about. So if you enjoy the channel, if you like the channel, if you've just joined us now or whatever, if you hit the subscribe button, I really appreciate it. It means you get updated on every video that we upload. And like most of you guys might not subscribe, but it's really important for us so we can keep getting the content out to you guys as much as we can. If you guys have any suggestions of what we should do, also let us know, because we're always reading the comments. We reply to almost every comment you guys put in, so we really appreciate that. Give us a like, that kind of stuff, and if you can share it on your social, that would be awesome. It really helps us. And we haven't had the most successful year, obviously, and the same as everyone in drifting and everyone else, because we can't really go to events. So this is our little platform to kind of keep you guys entertained. And remember that with the driftgames.life shop has got a full range of Hoonigan stuff, a full range of Gas Monkey stuff, and we've got some brand new Drift Game stuff coming out every month. So make sure you go on there, check it out, grab something if you can, and we really appreciate it. So thank you for coming along to this, I suppose, catch-up episode. We haven't done a whole lot on it, but a lot of people have been asking questions about different builds in the comments, so I thought it was a good idea to throw it all together. So thank you so much. From here on in, it's full throttle with the Drift Games YouTube channel. We're going to be doing a lot of crazy stuff, and we hope you guys are along for the ride. So we'll see you on the next episode.